In the southern hemisphere, we just had our longest day. The colours of the rainforest are in bloom, and our evenings are filled with campfires and friends. The days seem to stretch forever, and each moment is a celebration of this time of life.
My granddad's wooden cars entwined, patio cracked all those times, and those cars roll heavy down the blood.
So bad.
My grandma hid on the line. Clothes were dry, so I resigned. And they don't dry unless you dry my eyes. Close your eyes, you're not alone. You're not alone as long as someone's home. Across my heart and hurt to die. Your eyes are in the arms of old black walnut and power lines are mixed in, but I'm on the bow. Blue skies, they yell from the ground that I might die. So
That's still less very.
old song to
She went up to a tail. You know the wagging tails of
still
that they're having? Actually in duck language, like it's gonna jump up on the tree. Don't you even think that? I don't know the flowers.
slowly cross the coastline.
Oh, I know. Oh, you should have seen some. I left some because they were like too cute. That is for you. No, you're so excited. It's bad.
Close your eyes, you're not
I did. Thank you.
across my heart and hurt to die. Your eyes are in your skin.
In these long days, it feels like time is on pause. They stretch on forever and are filled with so much brightness. But every day there is still so much work to do on the farm. The animals need to be cared for. Each day they need to be moved and fed. We never really have holidays, but instead we treat life like a holiday. The solstice also feels like a time of new beginnings, so we've been working on some fun projects we've wanted to do for a long time.
This whole floor has gone so moldy, so we're going to replace it with some salvaged floorboards. We used to camp here for months at a time when we were kids. We'd all sleep up here. It was so cozy. And there were always snakes in the rafters. We knew that, we'd always spot a snake. But one morning, me and Julia woke up and she told me about her dream that there was a snake entwirled with her. And then we woke up and there was a snake just there, and we think that it must have slid over us in the night.
And just as we look up, a night tiger snake is sleeping along the ridge beam.
Where are your friends? Where are your friends? I finally made it. This is the paddock that we've been fencing for ages. We call it heaven because it's so high up and hard to get to. And this is the first time that the goats are going to be allowed into it because we've been worried about the babies because they're so small and they get through all holes in the fences and they get tangled in things and all sorts of dramas. But I think that they're big enough now that they'll be fine. They're big goats. But now I've lost them because they got too excited walking through the rainforest. They love the juicy plants. So I'm trying to find them. Moth! Oh, but it's so hot. It is such a hot day. The other reason that we call this paddock heaven is because there is the saying that sheep go to heaven and goats go to hell, because goats are so troublesome and naughty and sheep are just little angels, which today is proving to be right, isn't it? Come on! Moth! Moth, Moth! Come on! These goats aren't coming, so I'm just gonna go try to find the sheep and hope that the goats finally make the decision to come up here, change their mind. I don't know, hopefully. Moth, moth, moth!
Got this running down the street.
Sheep go to heaven, goats go to hell. Hey, lanky boy?
Someone looking out the steps on St. Leo.
I could spend hours just cuddling these sheep every day. I do, don't I, Emily? I do. I give up. The goats can stay in the rainforest paddock. If they're that adamant about it, I guess they kind of deserve it, and I can't be bothered to chase them anymore.
When you love me, sing before love each other. Think that I just need a minute to hold you out. Got them crocodiles, surprise, surprise.
These were old stools that we had, but they weren't really the right height, and we've got like a shorter tail now, so we're cutting them off, and with this we're going to add some planks across here so we can sit on them as little stools. This is my first one, which could have been a little neater and less dodgy, but it's okay. I don't think anyone will notice. And then these are old floorboards, and so we're going to put those on top. This is just an old scrap, but we've got proper ones that we'll put on top. And they'll sit in, and I think it's gonna look really pretty. We'll paint them all. I'm really excited, and it's all from scraps. So this is old floorboards that were originally seconds, so I don't know if this makes them thirds or fourths or fifths. And then these were old chairs that I think we got from the Temporal side of the road or something, and we weren't using them anymore. And then this was off some building project. Everything's reused or secondhand, so it's really exciting. It feels amazing to make something from all these bits and pieces and scraps. And yeah, just to create with your hands and see that end final product and be like, wow, I made that, even if it's a little bit dodgy. All of my tools have run out of battery, so I think I'm going to give up for now. I might come back and do them. Might go for a swim because it's so hot and that water is looking so enticing. This is Scout. She hangs out on the dam all day. She's my naughtiest duck for sure. She normally doesn't go to bed at night, and there's nothing you can do to stop her. She is the naughtiest. She basically just discovered that it's heaven down here for ducks, and she catches fish all day. It's so cute.
Daylight's leaving my lungs. What will we do? I don't know. Are you a ghost? 1, 2,
I finished all of the chairs, the bases of them at least, and so now I'm going to paint them from some leftover paint that we have. I think I'm going to mix this colour, which is like a dark pink, with a white to try to make a dusty pink. Putting on the first stroke of paint is always so terrifying and so exciting, but I think I really like the colour. It's just a mixture of what we have. It's cute. Oh, I like it.
20s rolling off a cliff, a snowy dune.
So these are offcuts of offcuts. So they're like floorboards that were used in different projects that are originally discarded because they're like got a bit of something wrong with them, like little things like this. But these are from a different project, and these are all like the short, tiny leftovers that would normally be thrown out. But they're gonna make great little stools. Always so surprised when our machinery actually works because it's all really old and mostly you get it out and it doesn't work at all. But every now and then you're lucky, and today we are lucky. Ta-da! We got all of the old floor out, so now it's ready to replace with boards, which is going to be so exciting. I can't wait to see what it looks like up here. It's going to be beautiful.
Oh, it's happening. The dark web grass is
It's so weird. I'm not used to there not being a floor here. I feel like we're gonna have to take the ladder away because otherwise I'm gonna accidentally come out here and fall straight through. I'm so used to there being a loft up here. I am so proud that I grew all of these flowers in the garden. Every single one of them. I've always been kind of scared of growing flowers. It seems really unattainable, and I don't know. I've done it. It was easy. I grew all of these. I'm just so proud. I think that my favorite is this zinnia, or maybe the sweet peas. They're beautiful. Or the snapdragons. Oh, they're all my favorite. I'm excited. I have a few dahlias, but I have more that are about to bloom. The other thing that I'm very proud of are these stools because they turned out so well. I'm so happy with them. I made so many mistakes along the way that I thought that they would turn out looking like trash, but they look great. And the coolest part is, I started with 4 ugly chairs, and I ended up with 8 chairs. So this one is like a campfire stool that you can sit around the fire in. And this one's like a real chair. I love growing flowers because I think it's a bit of a celebration of what it means to be human. I mean, these flowers, they are so useless. There is no purpose in most of them, or at least for the reasons that we use them. They are so silly and futile, and we put months of hard work into growing something that we just watch rot. But it's so beautiful as well. It's art. It's just amazing to grow something just for the reason of the beauty that it brings, the joy that it has. Everything comes back to art. The documentation of the beauty of the world is, for me, the most important thing. And I think flowers represent that a lot.
The music in this video is by Fellow Hollow, a group from Ohio creating such beautiful music. Thank you so much to the support from our patrons.